everybody, welcome to Mighty Health. My name is Mighty Mary and I'm here to do a little bar with you. We've heard that is the workout people are wanting to learn a little bit about. This is basic bar. I want to take you piece by piece through a bar class and help you understand what the focus is on each piece. We've done a thigh section in the past where we really got our thighs burning. Today it's all about the seat. We're going to get the infamous ledge, as they call it in bar. It's that area where the leg and the seat come together, and we're going to try to squeeze those muscles to create tone in the back of on our backside. So before we do any workout though, we always want to have a little warm up. So let's go over that right now. If you're ready, stand up. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart, and we're going to just do some big inhales and stretches. Big stretch up. Inhale and exhale, bring it down. Try that again. Cross, bring it up and exhale it back down. One more time. Bend, stretch so tall. If you feel it, you can grab one wrist, give it a little tug to one side, switching sides to the other, giving that upper body a little stretch. Now keep those arms up high, maybe a little bit rounded. And from here, we're gonna start to lift our knees, warming up the lower half of our body. Nice and easy, just lift those knees up and up. Good, just kind of marching in place, drawing the shoulders down, lifting our bodies tall. All right, let's see if we can pat our head and rub our belly at the same time. We're gonna try to add a pull down. Little extra for you. If that feels funny, just keep those arms up high. And try to cross. This gives a little twist in our torso. Helps warm up our midsection because we're gonna be holding our core. Just 10 more back to center. We go 10, 9, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, on this day, it doesn't take very much to get warm, but now that we have a little bit of movement in our muscles and body, we're gonna go right into seat work. So for those of you that are brand new to the seat, in a bar class, we'll typically do exercises using a parallel position, and then we'll also do seat work using a turned out position. So think of your feet as just a little slice of pizza. That's what I like to think about when I'm doing this. And so we're going to first start with the seat work on parallel, move into the seat work on turnout, and then from there, we'll have a little cool down at the end. Okay, let's get started by getting it set up. Now, if you remember from last time, it was all about the tuck, especially in thighs. So the tuck, for those of you that would like a little review, it's when you soften your knees a little bit and you take your tailbone, draw it underneath your body. If you put your hand right in front of your belly, you'll feel a little more space than there was before you did it. So you go from that natural spine, or neutral spine they call it, to a tuck position. And it's a way to protect your lower back when you're moving your body and to keep the work from out of your back muscles and into the seat muscles, as we intend to do. So for this one, we're gonna start next to a countertop. Maybe you have a chair, the back of a couch works great. I'm using my kitchen counter, and I love grabbing on right where my sink is because I can get a little grip. So I walk in, my hip is very close to the counter so I can have good stability. Feet are hip width apart and parallel, and then I'm gonna soften both knees. From there, I'm gonna take my outside arm, wrap it. It's like a little seat belt, think of it. Now, and also it helps you remember to draw your abs away from that forearm. From here, you're gonna take your outside leg, in my case, that's my right leg, and I'm gonna flex my foot, draw my heel towards my seat until I can feel some tension created right at my ledge. Remember that word? Right where the leg and seat meet each other. All right, I'm gonna move sideways so you can see me now. I'm gonna get on profile, that same position that I just set you up on. My foot is flexed, draw my heel towards my seat, my right knee inches back. You can see my left knee in front of my right. That's the position I want to start from. Here's my seat belt, and I tuck under. Good. From there, I'm just gonna create a tuck with my tailbone and release it. create a tuck and release. We call it tuck hold and release. Tuck hold, squeezing right from the base of the seat. A couple more. Breathing. Exhale as you tuck. Release. Good. Now this time hold the tuck. Feel that tailbone really drawing under, and try to draw your knee back an inch and hold. Release. Back hold. The movement in seat work is just micro movements. So hopefully this angle you're seeing my legs move can show you that just an inch movement in that thigh will create a really tight, a lot of tight work right in the base of my seat. Back hold. Back hold. Couple more. Good, let's put that together. One tuck, one press back. One tuck, one press back. Tuck it, press it. Now hold the tuck, press, point our foot, just for a change of pace there, and you just press back to finish. You squeeze, squeeze. We're really isolating that right seat muscle. Squeeze. Final 10, we squeeze it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on 10 you release. Now that standing leg might be feeling a little weary, and even though we were working the right seat muscle, because we had that soft knee position. Don't worry, we're gonna even everything out right now. We're so lucky we get to do the other side. So with no further ado, walk in again, hip distance to your bar. Extend that arm out. In this case, it's my right arm. I'm working my left side. I'm going to take my left arm and wrap it in front of my belly, creating that seat belt. And now, remember, flexed foot. Draw your heel towards your seat. Really freeze it once you get it close. From there, I tuck and I pull my navel away from my seatbelt arm. Tuck, hold. Tuck, hold. Tuck and squeeze. Tuck and squeeze. Few more here. Tuck, squeeze. Good. Now hold the tuck. I'm going to inch forward so I have room to press it back just a little bit. Press back. So my knee is going from behind, my left knee is behind my right knee, and from there, when I press, you can see it draw away. Maybe an inch, maybe 2. That's all you need. You want to feel all the work in the back of the seat. The ledge. Press back, hold. Press back. Couple more here. Press back, hold. And on this one, we freeze it. We're going to tuck and then press, putting it together. So one tuck, one press. The tuck creates even more resistance in your ledge. One tuck, one press. Little combination there. Hold the tuck, hold the press, point your foot. Now just press back to finish. You've got 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's enough. All right, that was our seat work in parallel. Hopefully you're feeling it right in here. I also felt it a bit in my hamstrings, you might have, and also when you sink those knees a little bit in the setup, you'll feel a little bit in your thighs as well. But it's all great work for your lower body, for your core. Right now we're gonna do the second half of seat work, which is in turnout. Remember that little slice of pizza? Maybe you can watch that pizza video we made for making a healthy pizza and have one of those later in memory of the turnout position. So from here, it's a fold over position. You can do it standing up also, but if you're comfortable with the fold over, it really protects your lower back. So what you wanna do is take your arms, cross them over each other on a countertop. You want that countertop to be higher than your hip level, of course. So if you have a really low chair, make sure you find something a little bit taller, or like the back of a couch would be great too. From here, I'm gonna walk my feet back, resting my head on my forehead. I thought you'd like that part. And from there, I soften both knees. Now my heels are directly beneath my hip bones. From there, this is a turnout position. So I'm gonna extend my right leg back behind my body. My foot is flexed, and you'll see my knee is turning towards your direction. because I'm not doing parallel, I'm doing turnout. All right, avoid opening all the way through the hips. Just keep those hips like headlights towards the floor, but the knee turned out. Good. From there, we're gonna just use a tuck in our lower tailbone and let our heel lower to the ground, and then use your outer seat muscles to lift it back up. It lowers, it lifts for 2. Down, down, and back up. Down, nice and slow, and then squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. There you go. Down. Squeeze it up with all your might. From there, you just squeeze in and hold. In and hold. So right now I'm using that outer corner of my seat, and I'm drawing my right seat towards my left to create a midline movement. So my heel is drawing closer to my midline, and it's doing that because of the work in my seat. If I could do that from just moving my foot, but that won't make my seat any stronger. I'm doing it all from squeezing in and squeezing in. Now hold the squeeze on this one, just lift up an inch and up an inch. Starting to feel it in that outer corner. Right here is where I'm squeezing to create that upward movement. Squeeze up, squeeze up. Now hold the squeeze, point the foot and circle. I'm just tracing maybe a grape, maybe a lemon with my toe, and then reverse that circle the other way, around, around. Now hold that circle, lift to finish, just 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, let's get that other side. We're gonna get that last little bit of seat work. It's the turnout position one more time, but this time on our left side, or whatever side you haven't done yet. So again, crossing over, resting your head, walking those feet back so they're just beneath your hip bones. Soften your knees, and here goes my left leg. I extend it back, stick straight. This time my knee is opening the other direction. And from there, my foot is flexed. I lower 2. I lift 2. Lower. Lift. Breathing. You inhale. You exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold the lift. Good. From right there, you're going to squeeze into midline. Into midline. And hold. And hold. I'm squeezing that outer left corner of my seat so hard that it moves the rest of my leg. Now hold the squeeze. From there, I'm just going to lift up an inch and hold. Up, hold. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Now remember, keep those abs drawn in. If you feel anything in your lower back, that's your signal to really tuck under. Maybe drop that leg down a little bit lower towards the ground. Lift up, hold. Up. Now hold it right there. Point the foot and we circle. You're on the home stretch now. Tracing that, your favorite fruit. What is it? Maybe it's a strawberry. Kiwi. Reverse that circle. Circle it. Good. If that right leg is getting a little bit shaky, you can kind of roll to the outer side of your foot. It'll help stabilize your position. Now hold this circle, lift to finish, up. Just 10 of these. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Okay. After that, how about a great stretch? We always like to end any of our strengthening sections with a stretch. My favorite one on the counter, it's a number 4 stretch. It's when you take your one leg, you cross it over the other. You can either cross it down by your shin or up by your thigh. Now, sometimes I do this at a counter. The only reason I'm able to do this is because I have this little sink ledge on my counter to to help me pull off. I'm gonna do it this way. Another way to do it though is with the chair. So I can have a seat in my chair, and again, either cross down at my shin area and feel the stretch there, or sometimes I go up towards my knee or just slightly off. And if I press in a little bit, it really releases that outer seat muscle that we just worked so hard. All right, got to get the other side, got to even everything out, just like we did on that seat work. Whew. Good, and then wherever you are, seated or standing, you can take your arms and lift them up big. Big breath in, and exhale, lower down. One more time, lift it up. And maybe grab on at the top like we did at the beginning, big stretch to the side. And switch your grip, stretching to the other side. And exhale, lower it down. Great job, everybody. I hope that was a nice little introduction to your seat muscles there. I want to thank you so much for joining me today and getting some seat work in. There's a few more parts of the barre class that are just as fun as the seat and the thighs, and we'll also do more stretching. So I hope you can join us again, and it was great to have you in class. I'll see you guys soon.